Why?
It's just so funny.
Why is my beard funny?
Like I said, I don't really get as close to beards often, so when I put your phone down! Fucking hell!
I was checking it. Are you recording me?
Yes. Oh god.
Come on,
Okay,
Emily,
introduce yourself.
You didn't give me a chance to prep my beard.
Introduce yourself.
Oh, I feel like The Apprentice. I am Dan.
Nice.
Marshall.
Okay, so how were you introduced to tattooing?
It was actually when I was at... yeah, this sounds dodgy. When I was at uni, I obviously spent a lot of time sat at home doing nothing, as I'm sure you know. And I used to watch a lot of Ali Inc. on D-Max. And D-Max plus 1, and then I found out there was a D-Max plus 2. It's the best thing ever. I used to just watch a lot of that, and then it turned to Miami Inc. And then it turned to... I want to talk to you with the cameras in the way. Then it turned to like Miami Inc. And then it turned to LA Inc. again. And then it turned to London Inc. And then Tattoo Apprentice thingy crap. And that's how I started like looking at... that's how I started like looking at tattoos, was because of the telly. And obviously footballers.
Why did you get your first tattoo and how did it progress to getting more done?
I always wanted a tattoo, and then my granddad died. Pretty grim. and then I thought like I wanted to do something to remember him by, and all my family were just like, "Oh, we'll get a nice little plaque, or we'll get a nice little thing to put on his headstone." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get a tattoo." And I decided I was gonna get it one day, and then the next day I went and booked it because I thought if I think about this for like more than a week, then I'm gonna talk myself out of it. So I got it for him, and then it was just like a little jokey. Well, it's not a little jokey tattoo. It's half of my arm. So it's like a jokey tattoo, but I did it because of that, and then it just kind of went from there.
Do you think tattooing is going through a renaissance, and why?
Yeah, because it's everywhere, isn't it? It's, I suppose, I know it's sad to say, but most little boys want to grow up to be a footballer. And you look at the amount of footballers who've got tattoos now. I mean, even footballers who are shit, who like play for like your local Sunday league team, are covered in them. And I suppose in music as well, and every musician that's worth mentioning, I guess. Well, that I like, maybe not that everyone likes, but it's got tattoos, and obviously the more people are aspiring to be like them, and obviously they're thinking, and that's why it annoys me how many people have tattoos now. Well, saying that, mine are still pretty fresh, but it annoys me because like it used to be people used to get tattoos for a reason, and now people just get them. I've got the same, like people that one, like Cheryl Cole. Jesus, that annoys me. Like, I've got a nice little Cheryl Cole tattoo. I'm like, yeah, great, yeah. Don't laugh at me.
I'm not. Okay. Do you believe the increasing trend of tattoos are helping or hindering the preconceptions of the tattoo society?
Bit of both. Like, the thing that I find really irritating is you never see... Well, I do, because I follow things on Facebook, like tattoo blogs or whatever, but in like the general world of social media, I guess, like you very rarely see articles about good tattoos. You always see, this guy's got a dick tattooed, and this guy got that guy got his McDonald's receipt tattooed on him. And people are like, oh my god, what wankers, why are all these people who get tattoos such dicks or such idiots? And then you never see like people who've got like these beautiful, like really well drawn pieces. Like if you saw it on a wall, you'd be like, wow, like in a gallery, not on a wall. You'd be like, wow, but when it's on someone's body, people are like, it's a tattoo. Whereas if someone's got a dick, they're like, you're just like all these other people who get tattoos, and it's like, yeah, so on that side, I think it's hindering it. But then people who have the nice tattoos, and there's all sorts on Instagram and stuff, like I follow loads of people who like good tattoo artists. The appreciation they get is brilliant, but it's always outweighed by the people who get dicks tattooed on them. And that guy who got like, there's a guy who got YOLO tattooed on himself in penises, did you see it? Like that. So like they're the people that are making it worse for everyone else, and that's outweighing all the people who do have. Well, hopefully mine are nice.
They are.
Good.
Do you feel like those living within the tattoo culture seek the company of one another?
Excuse me. Personally, I don't, but I've seen people who do. There's all like when there's you go to certain bars. Like there's a bar, I cannot remember what it's called, but I went to it in London. I can't remember what it's called, but it's full of tattooed people, and they're all. And if you go in and you haven't got tattoos, you look out of place. And then there's other bars where if you go in with tattoos, you look out of place. If you know what I mean. So I think people with tattoos naturally kind of congregate, like and come together. But personally, I don't seek the approval of the company, of other people with tattoos. But I think people sometimes feel more comfortable because they're like, it's the whole one of us, like it's like football fans. If they're wearing the same shirt, they're naturally gonna. If you've got tattoos and someone else is, I mean, not if you've got like one little one, but if you're openly like quite tattooed and someone else is, you've got a common interest and you're gonna. So yeah, I guess personally I don't, but I know people do.
Are there obvious benefits of interacting with others in this type of environment?
You can talk about art, which not many people. Well, it depends what kind of tattoos people have got. If someone's just got words or a tribal tattoo, then obviously you're not really going to be like, oh, tell me the deep art, the thought process behind your nice tribal. Which tribe do you belong to? But people who have actually got like nice tattoos, you can actually discuss like the artwork with them, and you can be like, and I've completely forgotten the question, so I'm just going to talk. What was the question again?
Are there obvious benefits of interacting with others in this type of environment?
Well, no, but I know my tattoo artists get loads of stuff for free. They're tattooing people, and they are obviously tattoo people because they're tattooing them. And I know they get loads of stuff for free. And they get trips abroad and everything. But
really?
Yeah, like, I will not mention his name. One of my tattoo artists goes to like London and hangs out with this art collective, and they just jam. And they get free stuff from Nike and everything, yeah.
I know, yeah. But which one?
This one. No, this one.
S.
No.
T?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, check them out. No, don't. I'm no way affiliated to whoever I'm talking about.
I can choke my gum on.
We'll be back after these short messages.
Okay.
Bang, and the dirt is gone.
When you're with other tattooed people, be that in a social environment or somewhere more specific like a tattoo studio, does this differ from other environments you're in?
Genuinely, I don't know any tattooed people. Like, obviously I know people who've got like a little tattoo or something. Sorry, that's annoying. I know people who've got like a little tattoo or like... But I don't know people who are as tattooed as me. Obviously I know of people, like people you've interviewed previously. But I know of people, but I'm not actually friends with people who are tattooed. But then in the studio, I don't know. When I'm in a tattoo studio, it's really weird. And my artists, the artists who have done my work, big shout out. No, but seriously, they're when you're in a tattoo studio, like the guys who've done my tattoos have said, like it's really weird. But people open up, and it's almost like a therapy or like their church. And it's like when I'm there, I've spoken about the most random, off the wall topics with my with the tattoo artists. And like I've walked out of there and I've gone, why on earth have I done that? But it's just so much more like, I think because you're so vulnerable and they see you when you're vulnerable, it's so much more like relaxed. And then you come out and you're like, why the bloody hell did I say that? But like while you're there, like you kind of let your guard down. Obviously I can't speak from when I've been with people outside of a studio because like I said I've not got. But when I'm in there, it's like you just let your guard down and like because you're so vulnerable and they see you like, wincing in pain. No, I don't wince in pain. But when you're like wincing in pain, they see you at your most vulnerable, and like the conversation just is more open, and I like it. But it does cost too much money for me at the minute.
What preconception or stereotype of heavily tattooed people frustrates you the most?
Excuse me. That people with tattoos aren't competent at jobs that people who don't have to. I phrase that really badly. People who have tattoos are incompetent in jobs where people who aren't tattooed are competent at that job. That's worded really badly.
It makes sense.
But you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I was dying on the street and there was a doctor, say a nurse who was fully tattooed, I wouldn't stop her and go, no, you don't know what you're doing. I'm having a heart attack. I want someone without tattoos, Like, if I did that now, you don't even know I've got tattoos. So I could come up and save your life, and then if suddenly my sleeve started to roll up, and you were like, "Oh my god, he's tattooed! Get away from me!" I'd rather like, just because you have ink on your skin, it doesn't make you more like. That's ink. It is a choice, obviously, but it's like saying a brunette who dyes her hair blonde is incompetent because she's changed her hair colour. I've edited my appearance. Yeah, obviously it's more permanent, but it doesn't make me less competent. It's not affecting my cognitive ability to whatever. So that pissing me off so much. Like, oh, you'll never amount to anything. You've got tattoos. You're obviously not as clever as it. I'm like, dude, I'm clever. Well, sorry, I am clever. But like, you know, people are like, oh, it affects your ability to do. No, it doesn't. No. Oh, it pisses me off so much. It gets me angry.
Is it?
Yeah, it does.
Anything else? Get it out.
No, I'm good. That just really annoys me. That people who are tattooed are less competent than people who aren't tattooed. God, that really annoys me. I mean, look at... Sorry to go back to it again, but look at some of the best footballers in the world. No, some of the best footballers in the world are heavily tattooed. They were really good footballers, they got tattooed, and they carried on being really good footballers. It's not as if they were really good footballers, they got tattooed, and then they were shit. Like, it does not affect... I'm good. Sorry, I relate everything to football because it's what I know best.
It's commonly questioned whether tattoos become regrettable with age. When you hear statements like, "You will regret that when you're older," how would you respond or argue that?
I don't care. I'd rather do something and not regret it. Or, well, I'm trying to think how to word this. I had a good answer for this and it's just gone. No, what I was thinking earlier, like, you know, if you've got an opportunity, I'd rather make the most of that opportunity and then 20 years later be like, why the fuck did I do that? Rather than miss the opportunity and for the rest of my life wonder what could have, like, if I would, like, I don't know. There's obviously certain things, and I'm sure you have as well, you've missed opportunities that you've really wanted to go to a gig or you've really wanted, and then everyone's like, oh my god, it's so amazing. Like, I'd rather have gone and experienced it. That's the same with tattoos. I'd rather have done it, experienced it, and live with the memories and everything on, you know, obviously the artwork with tattoos, than 20 years in the future look back and go, oh, I wish I would have got tattooed when I was 22, or oh, I wish I would have gone to that gig. I'd rather just do it. Like, there's people who are just happy just to bob along in life and never, like, you know, shake it up a bit. I'd shake it up. That's what no, but that's what, yeah, a bit of Taylor Swift. No, but seriously, like, just, why have you got to lose? Yeah, I might be saggy when I'm older, but you'll be saggy. I'll just be saggy and I'll have brilliant artwork on me. It's not, you know, like, there's pictures of guys, have you seen them, like, the barber guys, and I think he's American. He's got, like, I think it's about 65, he's got, like, slick back grey hair, wears, like, braces and trousers, and he's got, like, a grey moustache and fully tattooed. He's fucking incredible. Well, if I look like that when I'm 60, well, if I'm still alive at 65, but if I look like that at 65, I'll be well happy. I think it's people with poor quality tattoos that regret them when they're old. People with good quality tattoos and who care for them, because you have to care for them. Like, I mean, I try to. But if you care for them and look after them, there's no reason why they'll look shit when you're, like, 60 odd. It's like anything. You should moisturise daily and you'll look good when you're 60. I don't moisturise daily, but...
Really?
Yeah. I don't think it's any different to, like, plastic surgery and stuff like that. It's just cheaper. But people seem to just... pissing me. Oh, God, it annoys me.